You're watching Good Evening San Diego.
In honor of Black History Month, Just in Time for Foster Youth is putting the spotlight on Black leaders inspiring the next generation. And here to discuss is Chief Empowerment Officer Dawn Wells, and also to share her experience as a foster child is Sandra Leah Harness. Welcome to both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Well, Dawn, I am a big fan of Just in Time Youth. I've done many stories with your program, the folks that are working there, the success stories. But if someone's unaware, can you give us just an overview about the program?
Sure. So Just in Time for Foster Youth helps young people who have been in the foster care system. After they turned 18, they go out into the world and they're supposed to become self-sufficient and be productive citizens. And so what we do is help them to come out of the system by mobilizing a community of support for them. So that includes volunteers, it includes other youth. We have a staff that is 60% former foster youth who help them to navigate some of the challenges and obstacles that they're going to face. And the whole idea is to give them the resources and relationships that they would have if they were from an intact, healthy family, so that they can become confident, capable, and connected and have successful lives.
It's so important because when you age out at 18, everything goes away. My son just turned 18. He's not done with school yet. He's still a senior. I'm not kicking him out of the house. And yet that seems to be what happens in these programs. So Just in Time is remarkable. And now, in light of Black History Month, how is, being a Black leader in this facility key for you?
Well, there are a couple of things. First of all, everybody's being impacted by COVID right now. So obstacles that were pretty daunting before have now become amplified. And so those young people who are going out into the world themselves, or who have started their lives and they were in hospitality jobs or retail jobs that went away, they are faced with all kinds of really what could be insurmountable obstacles. And statistics show that about 52% of young people in the general population are living back with their parents now. So foster youth don't have that option to move back in with their parents. So what we do is to just help them to have a feeling of support and belonging. Because for us, the biggest gap that exists for foster youth is that disconnection. They were disconnected from their families early. They're disconnected when they're in care because they move around a lot. And that disconnection could continue after they left care. So our whole focus is to make sure that they have a sense of belonging. There are people who care for them in the long term, because human beings don't do well if they don't have that sense of connection. You can give people all kinds of resources, but if they feel disconnected, they're just not going to thrive.
And right now, thriving is Miss Sandra right there, because I understand that you were in the Just in Time foster program. Talk to me about your experiences.
So I've been in foster care since 2007, and pretty much I've experienced abuse, sexual harassment, whether it be upon myself or my little sister. And even once I aged out of the system, it's not something that just stopped. So I found it difficult to where I'm working 2 jobs at the same time while going to school full time. And I'm having to choose over my livelihood or a career within the future where I can ensure that I can take care of myself. And it got to the point where I'm from Oxnard, California, which is in Ventura County. I'm not originally from San Diego. And when I came out here, I was just like, okay, I need a fresh start. There's more opportunities and I want more for my life. And I ended up moving out here with my cousin and her boyfriend. And it was then again that family had ended up backstabbing me. Because I've had multiple, even though there are lots of foster parents in the foster care system, not all of them have good intentions. Some of them are just in it for the money. And sad to say, even family members take in foster youth for that same exact reason. And me and my little sister got unlucky with that. So moving on to San Diego, my cousin ended up extorting me out of my funds and reaching out to me in a very vulnerable time. So I just took it, went with it, and ended up homeless for 4.5 months, living in a U-Haul truck with my dog. And that's a life that I'm really well acquainted with. I've been homeless multiple times in my life, but now seeing that my dog, he's not used to that lifestyle, so that's something that really hurt me during that time. But at the same time, I'm in a new city I knew nothing about. So one day I'm just driving around and I'm just like, okay, I'm tired. I don't want to sleep out on the street anymore or sleep in my truck, and I want my dog to feel comfortable. I ended up hearing Just in Time on the radio. So that's when I didn't have internet service or anything. Drove by McDonald's, head straight to them, and they helped me find the connections that I needed. And Just in Time is a program where something, how do you say? So a program like Just in Time doesn't exist in Ventura County. In Ventura County, it's more like, oh, you're struggling. Well, we can give you $50 or a $25 gift card to Jamba Juice, and that's it. And you're pretty much having to figure things out on your own. But Just in Time, they laid out the people that I can get in contact with, and from there, I just took it because I've always been self-driven. I've always been self-motivated. I can do it. I just need help to find the tools and things like that. And I'm not the ideal person that likes to ask for help, but Just in Time didn't come on forcefully saying, no, you have to take it because you're this. It's more of whenever you're ready, you can take it, and we're going to guide you where you need to go. So from there, once I found Just in Time, things got a little bit easier. Even though it still took 4.5 months for me to find a home and to settle down. Even during COVID, that was probably the most stressful thing on my mind, and I'm surprised that I haven't caught it, considering that I've been in multiple different homeless shelters, just out in the streets, just random motels and things like that. And I'm just happy that I'm in a much safer, stable place, that I'm not having to worry about people breaking into my motel room or my U-Haul truck. But Just in Time definitely has been a huge help, and honestly, I'm happy to be a part of them, and I'm happy to see what more I can do for them since they've helped me so much.
Wow, my goodness, Sandra, your story, your spirit, just everything you're saying is incredible. You're so young, and yet you are showing and proving such resiliency. What you just said at the very end there, you want to be a part of something that gave you something back. How do you think you can have an impact? I mean, my goodness, you're impacting me right now. So what kind of impact do you want to have on the foster youth, and for that matter, any person that hears you right now?